Hey, welcome back to another episode of The One Row. My name is David. This is Jamie.
Hey guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
And with the new year comes predictions, top best of 2025 lists,
Ooh.
all the goods stuff. We're not going to do a best of 2025 or anything like that tonight, but we are going to talk about some of my predictions for what I think is going to happen this year. Now, one thing I didn't have on my list of predictions for this year was to capture a Venezuelan dictator by the second day of January. I didn't see that one coming. That was a little bit of a shocker.
You can talk about that.
We can talk about it. I'm not going to talk about whether it was a good idea, a bad idea, or the politics behind it. But the fact that it happened and the fact that it was not on my bingo card, as it were, I was joking about it with the. So just before this, we did a Patreon-only live stream with our Patreons. And I was joking about how on my bingo card for 2026, I did not have that. But evidently, yes, Matt, that is the free space this year, is the Venezuelan dictator in the middle of your bingo card. So, yeah, freebie there for everybody else playing in the 2026 bingo card game. Maybe I should make those one year. And we should just play all year long. I'll put all my predictions.
You really want to add something else to your list, David?
Maybe. It's only a thing
to do.
Maybe we don't mail it out. Maybe we just actually create the thing and people can print it off, and then we'll play it throughout the year. You know, I'll make my predictions, and then through the year they can put on their bingo card. I like that idea. Yeah. And whoever first want to get a bingo, that's a lot of effort. Never mind. Yeah, that's because you have to make bingo cards can't all be the exact same. They have to be different, or it doesn't make any sense. But I appreciate the offer, Matt. We'll think about it. I think it'd be fun to do. It'd be kind of fun to do. I bet you they have bingo card generators. If you tell it like the parameters, I bet you can generate them all for us. But anyway, Happy New Year's, everybody. What's up, Doug? How you doing? Who else do we have on? We got Doug. Let's start at the top. We got Matt, Tuxedo Toolbox.
Cheers.
3 o'clock Pollock. Jamie Wilson.
What's up, Jamie?
Ron Long. Doug McKellar. VA Prepper. Lisa Burrish. Anyway, Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure we were going to be able to do a live tonight. We literally just drove back from South Carolina today, got back, then we had to go pick up the dogs from the dog sitters.
We've had the kids for what, 10 days now?
Yeah, we've had the dogs for 10 days. We had the kids for 10 days. So we did our trip we haven't done a prepper live stream for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
So basically, we took a break. I haven't done anything for the channel in like 2.5 weeks. I've literally just taken a break. I had to work, but I didn't work out. I didn't do anything for the channel. I just kind of vegged and did some long-term planning and thinking and whatnot, but I didn't do any new content or anything for a while.
You actually do have a video on hold that we
filmed before we left. Yeah,
that we filmed. What was it? Defense
non-lethal self-defense, and she's actually on it. So yes. Yeah, it's actually a real video with her on it, so we'll have fun there. But it's non-lethal self-defense options, and so I
kicked David's butt in the video.
She tases me. So I wish I don't wish that wouldn't. I don't wish that at all.
I wish
it would have been hilarious for the views, but it would not have been hilarious to actually experience being tased or pepper sprayed in the face. I thought about actually, when you buy pepper spray, a lot of times the pepper sprays, it will actually come with a tester. Mm-hmm. It's like a practice one, so it's inert. It's just water, and it'll spray, but it sprays just the same as the pepper spray, so you can actually practice aiming and whatnot. So I thought about like pretending that you showed me with it, but it was actually just the tester bottle, the inert one.
So my sister, her husband, in a drawer, my sister keeps pepper spray and chapstick because that's what she carries when she goes on her walks in the morning. And so I guess the pepper spray kind of looked like the chapstick. And her husband went in the drawer and pulled it out thinking it was chapstick, but he had to like press the button. So I don't know why he had that.
He pepper sprayed himself in the face.
No, in the mouth. Well, not in the face.
Well, not in his eyes. Not in his eyes, but around his mouth and lips.
But he started like kind of choking it up and spitting it out and stuff. And yeah, not a bright moment, but all of you, husbands out there that your wives might be going for walks in the morning and, they might leave their pepper spray laying around. So if you need chapstick, make sure it's chapstick.
Yep. What's up, Mandolin? How are you? Utah Mike.
What's up, guys?
Irish Rover in Florida.
What's up? I don't know if we've ever had you on a live stream.
No, but welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Actually, I think he was on a previous live stream. But I don't know if you were on that live stream or not. I don't remember.
Oh.
But yeah, so but during the break, just to kind of catch everybody up, Jamie and I went on a week trip to Cancun, and then we came back for a couple days, and then we went to South Carolina. We just got back from South Carolina today, and so we're hitting the ground running.
Yes.
I filmed a video just before this to go, hopefully go out tomorrow. And anyway, so we'll get back into content.
Yes.
Yeah, Utah Mike, you're gonna be done. If you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, like 2 weeks before this, he had a heart attack. So he's
well, actually, that happened afterwards.
Oh, the heart attack happened afterwards.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That happened more recently than the.
Yeah, he's had a rough go of it. Heart attacks, pepper spray in the mouth.
Yeah.
All the funsies. It tastes like burning. Yeah, I've never been pepper sprayed, and I don't really want to. So
yeah,
that's how it goes. So we're talking predictions a little bit today. What we're going to do is we're going to go category by category, right? It's a little bit free flowing, and so we're going to start with the economy, because the economy, frankly, has sucked a little bit of late. Well, for a while now, for a good long while now. We had horrible inflation we had COVID, which was one thing. And then after COVID, we kind of had inflation for a while, like really bad inflation. And then we kind of had a little bit of a pause at the beginning of the Trump presidency and the inflation, but now the inflation is really going again. And it looks a little bit like we might be entering a stagflation scenario where we've got a stagnant economy with inflation. I know the Federal Reserve is talking about lowering interest rates, but it might be a little too late to stop the economic stagnation. Mm-hmm. So my prediction on the economy, a couple levels of the economic predictions. One is I think that we are going to enter a light stagflation scenario. So we're going to continue to see inflation climb, but we're not going to see a lot of economic growth. We're going to see stagnant wages. We're going to, we've seen it. It's really, I think we're in it right now, to be honest with you, even though the economic numbers haven't come out for right now because they're trailing numbers. I think we're actually in a mild stagflation now. And I think we're going to continue to see that for a little while. Hopefully the Fed rate cuts will spur a little bit of economic growth, but I don't know that it will, because I don't think money supply is the problem. And that's when they cut the rates, it increases the money supply. I don't think money supply is a problem. Is the real core problem. I think there's some other things that are a problem. So I think that's one thing, is we're going to see a little bit of stagflation for a while before we get out of it and get back to on more solid footing. My bigger concern is the AI bubble. If you actually look at the stock market, I want to say the stock market as a whole, if you were to take out the top 6 tech companies, the stock market as a whole actually hasn't done very well for a while. Mm-hmm. All the money is in those top 6, 7, 8 tech companies. And so if any of those companies have a pop of any kind, it's going to massively bring the economy down. So I think we're on very, very tenuous footing economically for the near future. The only saving grace is if our economy is better than the rest of the world's, then we'll be in a better footing. Yeah. Yeah. Jamie, what are your thoughts on the economy?
Well,
Jamie, please tell us your thoughts on micro and macroeconomics, Jamie. So, what's up, Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts? How you doing tonight?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Brian Argo? Curati, I can't pronounce that one.
Wow, usually you try.
Yeah, I tried. I botched that one. Anyway, so yeah, I think, but from, obviously we all deal with inflation and regular consumer pricing. Gas prices, I think, are going to come down a little bit. Energy prices as a whole, I think, are going to come down a little bit. But outside of energy prices, I think that most consumer goods are going to continue to climb. For you prepper gun folks, I think ammo prices are going to continue to climb, probably a little bit more rapidly than they have of late. I think the gun prices are going to continue to be stagnant until we get closer to the election, the next presidential election. Gun sales tend to do really well right before presidential elections, and then they continue to do well if a Democrat's elected, and then if a Republican's elected, it tend to kind of slump. So we're kind of in a little bit of a Trump slump right now for gun sales. So right now is a great time to buy if you're in the market for firearms. But it's not going to last. Once we get closer to the election, I think we'll see gun prices start climbing again. But ammo prices are continuing to climb, and they're not going to come back down.
Happy New Year, Christian Mojica.
Oh, what's up, Christian Mojica? Wait, you said he had a birthday?
No, I said Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year to you, Christian. I was going to give you a birthday cheers, but I guess I'm not.
That's so weird. I'm sure his birthday is one day this year. So
it will be sometime later this year. That is true.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Matt said, I fear that AI generated news will create pandemic scare. Yeah.
So the next
good point.
Yeah, the next thing I was going to talk about on the economic front is my AI prediction of what's going on. Brian Argo says, yeah, I think we absolutely need to slow down with AI. I definitely think we are playing with dangerous things. Okay.
Scary,
so I'm with you on 100%, except I don't know that we can slow down. So China's racing forward. We're racing forward. Others are racing forward. Us and China being the main ones. If China wins, they'll win the next 100 years economically. We will fall back into a much more reduced global powerhouse, whatever you want to call it. So I feel like we have to win, but I 100% agree with you that it's extremely dangerous, and it's going to cause extreme financial and societal turmoil, what we're doing with AI. 100%. I was actually talking to my brother and my stepdad about it while we were in South Carolina.
Last time I saw you, you were in Mexico.
Yes. What's up? How you doing, man? But yeah, so with the AI thing, my brother, he works in manufacturing. So he has a side business that he does, like power washing. And then his main job is he works at a plant in South Carolina, a manufacturing plant. So we were talking about kind of what's going on with AI. And I believe, could be wrong here. So right now we're in the AI space. We are, we have artificial intelligence. And it's really large language models powering the artificial intelligence. But what we're trying to work towards is artificial general intelligence. We're not there yet. And then beyond artificial general intelligence is artificial super intelligence. Once we hit artificial general intelligence, we'll hit artificial super intelligence very, very quickly, because the AGI will be able to train itself and grow its own capability. I think we'll hit artificial general intelligence. Some people are saying the common thought is we'll hit artificial general intelligence by like 2035, right? That's like Ray Kurzweil's been like 2035 to hit AGI. I think we're going to hit artificial general intelligence in the next 18 months to 2 years. Before the next presidential election, I think we'll see AGI. And the problem is, once we hit that, it's a game changer, because it can then actually start training itself. So, yeah. So we are Atlanta consumers at Tuxedo Toolbox, and Anderson, South Carolina is where my family lives. I grew up around that area in Georgia, right across the lake, essentially from there. And but spent a lot of time in Anderson, Greenville, not Spartanburg, but Anderson, Greenville, and then the Northeast Georgia. But yeah. Yeah, Matt, I think we're seeing that right now, is that we're seeing AI. A lot of blue collar jobs are going to get displaced by AI in the next couple of years. We're already starting to see it now. When AI can be packed into robots, which is going to be years down the road, that's when you'll see plumbers, construction, electrical, mechanical be replaced. But if you want a job for the next, I say maybe 15, 20 years, the trades are 100% the way to go. Blue collar jobs are shrinking. I've had conversations with Jamie. I'm somewhat concerned for my field, right? Mm-hmm. I'm in my background's in computer science. Now I basically do writing and solutioning, and AI is going to be able to do it better than me at some point in the near future. So
what's up, Slapshot? Good evening. Happy New Year.
And then you got the YouTube channels, the AI generated prep YouTube channels.
Oh my gosh.
You got those guys.
There's AI prep
ones? There are channels, and it's just pure animation, pure AI generated. The scripts are all AI. generated and they just pump out content. My hope is that people will, in the YouTube space, will actually not glom onto the AI stuff and will be like, I would actually like to connect to a real person, and that those creating actual content that are real people will actually, people will be drawn to that because we're actually real people. A lot of people who were fired were rehired. Yeah. So the firings and hirings from AI are going to continue to kind of cycle, right? Some people get laid off. You'll get rehired somewhere else. I think it's going to be more of a, it's not going to get to a head until AI is more stable. Once we hit AGI, then you'll see it more and more commonly where they start. And I don't think it's going to be, so say you have a law firm and you have 10 paralegals in that law firm. Instead of having 10 paralegals, 1 paralegal per attorney, you're going to see 1 or 2 paralegals to support all the attorneys, and then the rest is going to be powered by AI, right? So it's not going to, all the jobs are going to just disappear overnight, but you're going to see a drastic reduction in human jobs because they're going to be augmented by AI. That's what you're going to see over the next couple of years. Now, just because AGI happens or just because AI gets more and more powerful doesn't mean that your job is going to be gone. It just simply means that companies will be driven to try to find ways to replace people with cheaper AI. But it's going to take time. Like, it's not going to be an overnight thing, but you're going to see more and more people start to get laid off. I know, Chris, I don't think we're years off. Ray Kurzweil says 2035, right? 10 years. You have other people that are, Elon Musk thinks it's much, much, much closer. And there are other people that think it's much, I personally think it's actually much, much closer. I had a conversation with Grok, a very in-depth conversation with Grok before we went to Mexico for a couple hours. And I was blown away by some of the things it said. So
you need more friends in your life.
I do. It's not that I think Grok's my friend, but it's,
I'm kidding.
But I wanted, and I'd done it a couple of years ago to see where we were at, and it was a night and day difference from what it is now.
I love your wife. She was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah. That was a fun trip.
We had fun in Mexico. Yes.
We did have fun in Mexico.
It was fun.
All right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the whole AI thing is really going to come down to particular jobs. Can the jobs be replaced by a computer, or does it have to be replaced by an actual physical robot? If it's a physical robot, again, plumbers, mechanics, that's something that's going to take years and years and years to get there. Oh, yeah. No, Grok lies and hallucinates. That's true. They all do, but they're getting better and better and better. They're getting better and better. Yep. So 5 years for AGI. I think it's going to be a little bit less. But then, Ray Kurzweil is his job is to predict things, right, for Google. And he said 2035. So that's 9 years away. In the very long term, Christian Mojica, what fields are AI proof? I actually don't think there are any. Anything that deals hands on with people, nurses, physical therapists, anything where you're dealing with physical people, counseling, those types of things are going to be AI resistant for a long time. Physical fields, trades, mechanics, plumbers, electricians, construction, those are going to be AI resistant for a long time. But when you talk about 20, 30, 40 years from now, like when your kids are going to college, what is AI proof for their entire career? The answer is nothing, in my opinion.
This stuff keeps him up at night.
Actually, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cops, police, I think we'll have, to an extent, yeah. In the short term, cops, yeah, 100%. Long term, 20, 30, 40 years from now, you'll have robot cops down the road. Again, way down the road. So, David, what QP are you looking forward to this year? Tops on my list. Okay. So I actually did a video the video I shot before this, which is hopefully come out tomorrow. I had to kind of rush, so I might redo it in the morning. So I'm not sure I loved it.
Really?
Well, I was trying to get it in before the live stream went live, and I was kind of hurrying, so I feel like I was talking too fast. But that video was the top 5 guns of 2025 that I was excited about. So it wasn't the best guns of 25.
Stop saying the G word.
I can say it. No.
Oh, that won't do anything to.
No, I just can't bring them out and play around with them and stuff. Okay. I can say the word. But
I thought that might start something.
No, but those. So yeah. So but it was the ones I was most excited about. So that video should come out tomorrow, most likely. But the ones I'm looking are at the top of my list right now. Is I want to get an 18 to 20 inch barreled AR with a heavy one that's like an IAR roll, like a infantry assault rifle roll. I want to put an FRT in it. So it's like a squad suppression rifle type thing. That's probably one of the top on my list. Springfield Kuna, I still would love to get one of those. It's a 9mm pistol caliber carbine, which I haven't picked up. I'm a big fan of pistol caliber carbines. That one is just more for fun because I have a couple other 9mm PCCs that I satisfy that role. The roller delayed blowback thing with like an MP5 would be pretty awesome. The Grand Power Strybog, I want to get one of those in 45 for my home defense. I want to replace my current 9mm PCC for home defense. I want to replace it with the 45 Strybog. But again, that's like $1,300, so I'm not sure that's going to happen for a while. The bigger thing is on my list isn't actual guns. My bigger thing on my list is actually augmenting those. I don't have night vision, so I want to get night vision. There's a couple suppressors. I want to get a suppressor for my primary AR. I want to get a 9mm suppressor for my home defense rifle, and then another one, a 9mm for my get home bag gun, which is it's a CZ Scorpion, basically. So I want to get a suppressor for that. So yeah, I want to get a couple of those, more like suppressors, night visions, body armor type stuff. I feel like I'm a little weak in that area. So those are things that I really need to focus on before I buy more guns. I have plenty of firearms. I need more augmented systems, because once you get night vision, then you got to get the MAL laser aiming, illumination stuff, all that jazz. When you get night vision, you got to get the helmets, and so it's that kind of stuff. That's really what I want to focus on more than buying guns, is to buy the other stuff. David, have you seen trailers to the movie Mercy? No, I haven't. What is that about? Yeah, Utah Mike, I'm kind of with you. As much as I'm on the edge of like I'll see something or I'll get an idea and like, oh, I really want to build a lower, or I want to pick up that upper. Red Right Hand has this IAR concept upper, but it's like $1,400, and then I could build a lower and put an FRT in it. It would be perfect, but it's like $2,000. It'd be like $2,200 total. Yeah. Wait, what? My neighbor's security camera whistles the wolf whistles as I walk by.
Yeah, Christian said first had a robot security guard whistle a cat call at me at Lowe's last weekend.
That's crazy. That's funny. All right. Yeah, that's true, William. So I have plenty of firearms. I need more ammo. So I actually ordered some ammo the other day. So yeah,
I got some ammo for Christmas.
I got a little bit of ammo for Christmas, but gonna definitely try to pick up more ammo this year. But I really need to focus on, like I said, body armor, suppressors, enabling kit that enables me to be more effective in different environments. Thermals. I don't have any thermal, so that'd be good too. Okay, so predictions. So we talked about economy, we talked about AI. Let's talk about global conflict, Jamie. So turns out that we captured a Venezuelan dictator. Didn't see that one coming today.
There you go again.
I know. I'm shocked by it. And I was listening.
It up.
So there's a channel, Chris Cappy. I can't remember what this channel's called now. Cappy Army or something. He used to be part of Task and Purpose, but anyway, he did a video that came out, I think today or yesterday, on.
We did see previews for that. where the guy sits down and he has 90 certain amount. We saw that when we went to the movie.
Yes, I do remember that.
I was like, Chris Pratt, isn't it? Isn't he? Is he?
I think he might be. Yeah, there's a bunch of famous people in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Matt. I think we know, and that's on the list. I wonder when it's coming out.
Yeah. No, that does look interesting. I forgot we had seen that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what movie we went.
Oh,
to see.
Chris, it's okay. I know where you live. You're my buddy. You're my man. So,
David,
I don't mean it in a weird way, Jamie.
No, it sounded weird, right, Chris?
We're buddies.
Everybody else,
you're my friend, right, Chris? We're friends, right? William says medkit. I'm good on medkit. I've got medkit for days. I've got tourniquets out the wazoo. I've got, hemostatic gauze, quick clock.
Isn't he a cop?
Clock.
He's a cop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In South Carolina.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. See, we did see previews for that. We definitely, that's on our list. I just didn't remember what it was called.
Chris is like, yeah, we're totally good.
Wait. Did anybody see the live stream where you said if I think was it Mandolin that asked if you had one person to prep in with?
Yeah, somebody asked me if I had to pick a famous actor to join our prep community, who would it be?
Chris
and
Pratt.
I said Chris Pratt.
He said Chris Pratt.
Who would you pick?
We had just gotten done watching Terminal List. Yeah.
I mean, who would you pick, Jamie?
I didn't come up with that quick. I wasn't fanboying Chris Pratt on the spot like that, but I mean.
Oh, that's a great idea, Chip. Yeah, a skin stapler and suture kit. So those they've got them now where it's like it's a suture kit, and you kind of tape the whole thing. It's maybe a square like this, and you put that on the wound, and there's little zip ties on it, and you bring the wound, you close the cut.
Didn't we see that on Wolf?
Yeah.
What was it? Bad Wolf. What was it?
Terminal List, Dark Wolf.
Dark Wolf. That's what it was.
No, but yeah, but we've got some of those. Tuxedo. Yeah, antibiotics are a huge problem. Now, you can get antibiotics for home. They're just expensive. If you order like a Jace case, and there's other companies that do it, but I use Jace case. We have it. In the kit comes with several different kinds of antibiotics. There's topical antibiotics for like your eyes and ears. There's oral antibiotics in a couple different flavors. And so that is really, really handy to have. Now, I bought the standard Jace case, plus I added on some other medications, and ended up costing like $800 for the whole kit. And medication degrades, goes bad over time, expires, etc. So now just because it says it's expired doesn't mean it's necessarily not okay to take. You have to actually look at the specifics of the medicine. Sometimes if it's expired, it's still okay to take. Sometimes it is not. So I'm not a doctor. Do what you want to do. But then you do with the Jace case.
I would
you have
take
to refresh
my chances just in case. Like if you really need it and all you do is have expired antibiotics, then
I would take the expired antibiotics. If I'm dying, if I've got an infected wound and I'm gonna have to lose my arm, I'll start taking whatever antibiotics I can find, whether they're expired or not. But I'm not gonna. Jamie's like, I want to cut it off. She's all Kathy Bates over here.
Actually, I don't, because who's gonna protect me from like other stuff? Anyways, that's a whole other story. Who would you bug in with? Les
Stroud. Okay, Les Stroud.
Who is that?
So he's a survival expert. He had a show back in the day. I don't know if he still does, but it was a great show. And he's a great option. But he's not. I don't know. He's that famous. Like Jamie didn't know who he was. Bear Grylls can suck it. Yeah, that whole thing. Wait,
isn't John Wick is about Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, that's the actor.
That's like old school.
That's his character. Yeah.
Come on, Irish. Rover.
Big Daddy says Linda Hamilton said to handle the Terminator. So I love that people are starting to call robots clankers. I think it's hilarious. So yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah. So we're now going to call them clankers.
I picked my way.
Survivorman. That's what it was. I couldn't remember, Chip, what the name of the show was, but it was Survivorman.
I'll pick my wife. She'll dance all the problems away. It'll bring peace on earth.
Pretty much. You just like have her dance and it'll distract people while you can move in and
So I have to say the last live stream last Friday, we kept saying something happened in Mexico, and my daughter was like, no, really, what happened in Mexico? So I actually had you took a picture while we were dancing.
I took a picture while you were dancing, but it was a live picture. So if you click and hold it, it'll actually play a short little video. Yeah, it was a funny video.
My adult daughter got to see
yes
what happens in Mexico.
Show the community, but
did not stay in Mexico. It could have been worse.
Nice. I like the
Chuck Norris. Okay,
he's so old
that
now.
Would probably be
he would not be on that.
If my stepdad was still alive, he would pick probably Chuck Norris too.
Yeah.
That was like.
Yeah. Okay. So
we're like
global conflict. We're going to talk about global conflict, guys. So that's what everybody wants to talk about. Is my prediction of global conflict. I think this year, I think we will see an end to the shooting phase of the Ukraine war. I think we will actually see some kind of a compromise deal to stop shooting at each other, whether it be an armistice, kind of like a North Korea, South Korea thing where we just draw a dividing line and the war's technically not over. I think that's probably where we'll be, something like that. But I think we'll see that this year. Fairly early in the year, to be honest. I think we'll see that before. No, I don't. Not early in the year. I think that'll be sometime this year. I think that I don't think China's going to move on Taiwan this year. I think they're going to continue to build their military this year. Iran, I think Iran's going to hold on. I think the leadership in Iran is going to hold on through this. They've weathered the storm before. I think they'll weather the storm this time. They'll end up crushing the revolt and continue to do Iran, whatever stuff they do. So, we're seeing a lot of African conflict in Africa. I think that's going to continue. Ukraine, China, Taiwan, Russia. I wouldn't be surprised to see Russia start to build forces on the border with some of the former Soviet satellite states. Putin wants to rebuild the Soviet Union under the Russian banner, and so I think he will. I don't think he'll actually invade anybody this year, but I think the Ukraine thing is going to kind of come to a pause, and I think he's going to move forces up against the border. Not that he'll actually do anything, but I think we're going to see him start doing some of those things, some of the preparing things. Whether he really does anything, I don't know. But
so, Chris would like you to elaborate on your new content of, your non-whiskey content, and just was curious to, is that the right term? Prepping would be, I guess.
Everyday carry, prepping, firearms, emergency preparedness. Yeah, kind of all that stuff. Used to obviously do all the whiskey content. Decided at the beginning of 2025 to kind of.
It's been a year now, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a year. Start moving away from that. So we still do our Thursday live streams, which are whiskey related, for the time being, and then we do this on Sunday night. We have our live streams with our Patreons on Sunday night before this, but all the videos I do are all prepping related now. Preparedness, everyday carry. All that stuff. What's up, John? Hi, how you doing?
Christian, you know what Chuck Norris has as carpet in his bedroom? Right. I didn't know that.
Yes. I love the Chuck Norris jokes. It's been a while since I've heard any of these. They'll make me smile. They make me smile.
Who's Ted Nugent?
Nugent. So he was a rock star in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
Famous.
I was a baby.
And then he became a very right-wing, very pro-Second Amendment, very hunter. He kills all his own meat. He doesn't eat any store-bought meat. He literally kills everything he eats. What bands was he in? I know he was solo for a while.
Sorry, that's not hot at all.
The Cat Scratch Fever, was that his song? Yeah, Cat Scratch Fever. There we go, Jimmy. Thank you. That was one of them. Yeah, this is a prep and sip. There we go. Once
prep sip.
Yeah, pretty much. So on the global stage, we're not going to see. I don't think we're going to see like World War III start this year. I know there's a lot of prep channels that are posting content of like World War III is coming. I know we will have World War III at some point. Like, I'm not denying that. I don't think it's where they're yet. I think China still needs to build more before they're ready to move on Taiwan. And then Taiwan is just a stepping stone to the first island chain. I think they're going to continue to push that boundary more and more and more and claim more of the South China Sea. But not this year. I don't
Christian,
think so. 2026 is not going to be the year for that.
I'm starting to wonder about your fanboying over Chuck Norris because you know a lot about him.
Yes. Internal turmoil in the U.S., I think, is actually going to, what do I think? We saw some political violence in 2025, quite a bit actually of political violence. I don't think we're going to see any kind of civil war. We'll still see some protests here and there. You know, once the Trump administration started talking about prosecuting the protesters of ICE and all that, that kind of died down. I think Venezuela has a lot to do about nothing. I think Maduro's out. We've got probably some kind of tacit agreement with the current vice president of Venezuela. So she'll kind of run the place, and then we'll get what we're looking for, some stability there, and then they'll have general elections later this year. I don't think we're going to raid Venezuela any more than we already have. Like, I think the operation was to get Maduro and get him out. But I think that we have communication with the vice president there, and we'll work with her, and she'll, do what we need her to do, or whatever. Not we, the administration wants. They don't consult me like I thought they would. I thought Trump would be like calling me for advice, but it just hasn't happened. So, okay, he was in the damn Yankees. I would not want. Oh, Jack Blades, Tommy Shaw. Okay, there we go. All right. So that's my prediction on the global stage. I actually don't think it's going to be a crazy year for wars and stuff. Hopefully I'm right, because I'm not ready for World War III. I think we are getting closer to World War III, but I don't think, again, China's not ready to move. I think Russia is going to saber rattle a lot this year, but I don't think anything's going to really happen. I wouldn't be surprised to see conflict between China and India this year, or India and Pakistan. Those are some hotbed areas with nuclear armed countries that I'm true. If there is World War III, then we don't have to worry so much about AI. That's a great point, because World War III is going to probably involve a lot of EMPs, nuclear blast, et cetera, and then we don't have to worry about the data centers. So there's a right. Like, if you're really worried about AI, then maybe World War III helps you out there. All right. Oh, that, you know what? That's a great, not William, but Will, man. I think that's a great point. I talk a lot about firearms and a lot about everyday carry, but there are actually some skills that I would really like to get into. One is archery. I think being able to take game and do some defense very quietly around your homestead, around your house, property, whatever it might be, whether it be bow, arrow, crossbow. I think that's a great skill to have. So I don't have any bow skills, so that's something that I should learn. I'm going to be out in the woods. I'm going to paint my face with war paint, my bow and arrow out in the woods behind the house. I'm seeing if you're paying attention at this point.
I am.
Yes. Predictions on Epstein. Okay, here we go. Diddy, I think, pretty much is done. Like, I don't think we're going to see any new revelations about, those who are in the Diddy sphere.
His documentary already came out.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't either. I'm just saying I saw it.
I mean, why would I watch the movie when I had to live the experience? I'm kidding. That's a joke.
You're so gross.
But no, I don't think Diddy's going to amount to anything else. Epstein, I think Epstein's, for the most part, where it is. I don't think we're going to see any kind of grand conspiracy with tons of names being released of people with provable guilt. I just don't think we're going to see it, whether it's happened or not, whether Epstein ran this giant sex trafficking ring and there's hundreds of politicians and powerful people involved. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I just don't think we're going to actually ever see it. I think we're getting the transparency that we asked for. So either the government doesn't really know, or it's been covered up to the extent that we're never going to see it. So even though they're putting all the documents and stuff out, I just don't think we're going to see it. So, if I were to really, really place a bet on whether or not, so Epstein was going to, Jill Zane, or however you say her name, Maxwell, she was found guilty for sex trafficking and whatever, all the stuff she did, right? So the question is, was all of this happening so Epstein could have his playtime with his girls, with his friends, or was he part of providing that to a group of people?
Let's not.
Okay, let's not. All right, we'll not do that. So drones are on my bucket list. That's a great one, Utah Mike. I don't have drones. I've thought about getting a drone. The way I'm prioritizing this year, suppressor for my main rifle, my main AR. Then I want to get night vision. Then another suppressor for my 9mm, my home defense gun, my pistol caliber carbine. And then go back and get like a ballistic helmet. So I'll probably just run it with the Skull Crusher, the nods with the one. So I'll probably start with a single PVS for 14 with a Skull Crusher, suppressor, PVS 14 with a Skull Crusher, another suppressor. Then I'll probably buy a ballistic helmet and get it all configured with the built-in ear pro and everything else. And then after that, I'll probably go back and do body armor. I've got some soft body armor, some level 3 pistol up to 40, 10mm, or what is the 44 Magnum or whatever is the soft panels I have. But I don't have anything that's rifle rated. So probably pick up some special threats type stuff this year if I get a chance. I need some consistency in my work. You guys are going back to Cancun in March?
I think it was more like, I heard they have a good archery school in Cancun. Want to go in March?
Oh, is that an invitation? That might take you up on that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we were saying how we wish we met you guys a little earlier
in the trip. Yeah. It would have been fun.
Because we actually hung out with the guy that you met after you guys left a little longer.
Your wife's friend's friend that she met, the guy. We actually hung out with him the next day after you guys left.
I didn't know he was so tall.
Because he was always in the pool.
He was always in the pool. And then all of a sudden David's like, oh, that's, and I'm like, that's not him. And David's like, yeah, it is him. And it was him. And he's like so tall. But anyway.
Yeah. I hear you, John. UFO skies. I'm with you on that. Oh, great. UFO skies. What do I think is going to happen in the world of UFOs this year?
Did
you guys hear that? In the world of UFOs,
that was an accident, okay?
I do not think we'll have any big UFO disclosures this year. So I'll just leave it at that and move on. Ham radio operator license. Yes, that's a good one to work on this year. I'm upping my radio game this year. I've already, early in December, I bought a brand new radio. I'm trying to get off of the basic Baofangs, the UV5s. UV5Rs, and upgrade to a little bit higher quality radio, because I've got like 3 or 4 of the UV5Rs in different variations. So I'm actually upgrading from the basic $20 radio to like a $55 radio. There's another Baofeng that's like a higher quality, a lot more capability. So I picked my first one of that up. I'm actually going to do a video on that at some point, but because that's actually the one that I really recommend for people. And I know it's a little bit more expensive, but they last longer. They have much better range. They're more powerful, all that stuff. So
I already have all that gear.
Oh, whatever. So she actually has a lot of it. So she has a full battle belt. She has a chest rig.
I have an outfit to wear if.
Yeah, she's got a bug out bag. She's got the full kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great one. So actually,
I picked my food.
Yeah. So I found the website where you can actually get your pyrotechnic license. It takes like 15 minutes. You take the test, and then you can actually buy the civilian version of flashbangs and flashbangs. And so I'm going to get that done this year, because I do want to pick up some of the civilian versions of flashbangs as well as some smoke grenades and get that incorporated into my kit. Nukes aren't real. What do you mean by that? Like actual nuclear weapons aren't real? Like we didn't bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki? All that's fake? Or what do you mean?
Do we have all of our food and water and everything else? I mean, we have a lot of food in storage that we could probably live off of for a few months.
So yeah, so I'm staring at the wall of food storage right now. So we have my wife and I, plus we have six kids in the house in the area. Plus we had, well, I guess the friends that we had were going to come stay with us. They're in Florida now.
To Florida.
But we have our exes are also supposed to come. So 2 other couples are all supposed to come to our house. And we have enough food for 6 adults and 6 kids for about 6 months is where I'm at. And at least that I'm willing to say on camera. So I feel like we're good for my goal in food storage. And I'm not going to say where I'm exactly at. We're over 6 months.
Well, we should do, instead of the sample giveaway, we should do the giveaway of picking one person that can bug in with us.
That's funny.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah. So
don't listen to me.
But my philosophy with food storage is for like the end of the world as we know it situation, right? And that's like the longest you would need food for would be the end of the world as we know it, right? My philosophy is you need food to last from the moment the situation happens until the end of the growing season. So if it were to happen, so in North America, the end of the growing season is September. The earliest you can start getting food without specialized greenhouse equipment in most of the upper, most of the continental United States, the earliest you can get food, like you can get early crops in and maybe get food in May.
I feel like he's been listening to our conversations.
Well, I've said it before. Is I want to do the West
around
Virginia.
About us moving to West Virginia.
It's not that much of a joke. I would love to. I just don't know if I can get her to.
You can't because we have kids here and exes.
But here. We can because it's still only an hour drive. Anyway, we're not going to fight on camera about moving to West Virginia. Okay, but that's on my wish list is to move out of Virginia, get to West Virginia. But you have to have food basically. So if something were to happen in September, you're going to have to live off your food storage or whatever you can scavenge and find until you can plant and get crops in May.
Oh,
right. And so you have to have that 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 months potentially in the very worst case. Now, if the situation happens in January, 5 months gets you to May. If the situation happens in March, well, you only need a couple months. So it depends on when the end of the world happens. And I don't know when it's going to happen.
If you have enough guns and ammo, you have everyone else's food and water.
Well, and that
is so wrong.
It's wrong. The problem is that there's a lot of guns in this country, right? And there's a lot of people who know how to use those guns.
Yeah,
so
most people,
if you try to raid, it's a live by the sword, die by the sword kind of thing. As they say. Matt, I'm not actively looking for a job yet. I'm still doing my consulting and it's doing fine. We'll see. It's been honestly since I've been consulting since 2019. And I will say this has been 2025 was the worst year for government for my type of consulting since I started doing it. With Doge and government cuts and the government shutdown, it's been a bad year, frankly. And so, yeah. Hopefully 2026 is better in that regard.
Oh, Joe's in the house.
What's up, Joe Graves?
I know you've been here before. I was just kidding because honestly, we were having those conversations about West Virginia, not on camera. So
yes, although I think I talked about it in a prior live stream.
Oh, okay,
is why people know about it. Yeah, 3A panel. Yeah, if you can put a 3A soft armor in your kid's backpack, I mean, it's sad we live in a world where we have to actually think about that, but it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Yeah, flashbangs and smokes. I think that if you can get civilian legal flashbangs as well as some smoke grenades, I think they're super handy to have. So That and pepper spray. Those are 3 things that are great. Bulletproof Tesla Cybertruck. I mean, it's something you can get. The problem with electric vehicles from a bug out perspective is it doesn't give you a lot of recharging capability. If the grid goes down, essentially your electric vehicle is kaput.
What's up, Joe?
You might be able to scavenge gas for a little bit longer. I don't know, maybe
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Glad we could rip you away from the game.
Tinfoil hats are fake.
You're really behind.
I know. I'm trying to catch up. Don't Joe Rogan shoot an arrow at one?
That's really behind. Come back.
Okay.
Come
Okay.
back
I'm
to
sorry.
us,
I'm
David.
sorry.
Get a greenhouse or cold frames and grow sooner.
That does help. Yeah. If you can get the specialized equipment, you can grow a lot earlier. But yeah, if the biggest thing, so it's with food storage, it's like, obviously the first thing to do is get 2 weeks. And then the next thing you do is get a month, right? Because if you get a month of food, you can get through most any realistic thing that's going to, with a high probability of happening. Tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, power outages, etc. From there, go to 3 months. From there, go to 6 months. From there, go to 9 months. Once you get to the 9-month mark or the year mark, you have a full year's worth of food. And so you can get all the way through the growing season. And that's the key thing, is to get through the growing season, because if you have seeds and you have a place to garden and you know how to garden, you just have to get to where all those crops can actually start sustaining your family.
Well, you're taking me to Utah at some point this year. So
I'm hopeful. Yeah.
Utah Mike,
Our
2 years food supplies covered.
So Jamie and I, we do 2 kinds of trips. We have fun, relaxing trips, and we have adventure trips.
Our birthday trip is usually an adventure.
Yeah.
Trip.
So we've done Oregon, we've done California. Our next adventure trip is going to be Utah.
Yes.
I used to live in Utah. You lived there for years, went to school in Utah. So I know it very well. Jamie's never been. So we're going to do Utah as our next adventure trip. But our next relaxing trip will probably be Florida.
Do we have seeds? I know
we have a ton of seeds.
Yeah. Okay. Really?
Yeah. Vacuum packed.
Okay.
Light protected. Yeah. Yeah. We got tons of seeds. We've got everything from corn, soybeans, sorghum, traditional, tomatoes, peppers, onion. I mean, we literally have a full set of gardening.
Tuxedo Toolbox. Is it true what they say though about West Virginia? Not the song.
I don't know what they say about West Virginia. I don't know what you're getting.
You don't? What was that one movie that they had? What was that one movie? It was a scary movie, like
Deliverance.
The Eyes Have Hills.
Oh, the Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, Isn't that like?
I think that was in West Virginia.
Like a West Virginia thing. All I know is whenever I've driven through with an ex of mine, he said, "Don't make eye contact with the people on their porch."
So, Chris, you're close, kind of. Yeah. So my background's in computer science, and I do consulting for companies that want to work with the government. So I do tech writing. I do like proposal writing. I do technical solutioning for like enterprise computer systems, and I do orals coaching. So if they're going to do presentations for the government, then I help the teams get ready for that presentation.
Don't let him make you believe he's smart.
I'm not smart at all. That's
in
my
this
problem.
Relationship, it's like beauty,
I'm the pretty one.
He's the pretty one.
Yes.
So don't get that mixed up when he's talking about his job title.
Yeah, bear spray is awesome. So what gave me the thought of...
Do we even have bear spray?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Really? You do?
In my office.
Oh.
Yeah. But I need to put it... So in my get home bag, the one that I keep in my car, the backpack I keep in my car, in that bag, I want to have bear spray and I want to have smoke grenades. Because if I need to disengage from a situation, because I'm trying to get home, right? I have my pistol, my carry pistol, and then I have the gun that's in the bag. But then I want to be able to pop smoke. I want to be able to spray people, and I want to get out so I can get home. I don't want to fight people. I want to get out.
Okay. So let's just say that you don't have bear spray. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you do in a situation where you're encountered with a bear? So what is the proper way if you don't have anything? Do you like run?
No, you don't run. That's the one thing you don't do. Anytime you have a wild animal you're dealing with, you do not run. If it's a prey animal, you don't run. If it's a bull, you run. But if it's a bear, mountain lion, you don't run, because as soon as you run, it triggers their hunting instinct, and they will, even if they weren't going to chase you, as soon as you run, they begin to chase you.
And guys, let me just tell you, if there's one piece of advice I could give you tonight, don't get the selfie with the bear, okay? You don't need it.
I love seeing the pictures of people.
Stop.
No, the pictures of people that go to Yellowstone, like Yellowstone National Park, and they'll be like trying to get a selfie with like the moose
baby cubs and
the baby cubs and stuff, and you're like, you're gonna get, or like the baby buffalo.
Wrong Turn. That's what it is.
Wrong Turn.
That's
Deliverance.
One of the movies.
So I grew up where Deliverance was filmed
in West Virginia, and you want to move there?
Northeast Georgia, yeah.
Mothman. Okay.
Oh, that's such a good show. The Mothman's real though. The Mothman's like legit.
Wild and Wonderful.
Of all the cryptids, that's the one I actually believe in. No, I'm just kidding. Or do I?
You've been watching Shrek videos. How did you know?
No. All right, let me catch up. All right.
I love Shrek, the movies.
Yeah, don't take the picture with the bison. If you see the bison, you don't get out of the car and walk up to them like you're gonna pet them. Okay, great. Jimmy Pickens says black fight back. Okay, so East Coast black bears, you fight back. Brown lay down.
I feel like I've heard this before, but I could never remember. So good for that little reminder.
Yeah, so basically, for a brown bear, so like grizzlies and browns in the West, you just lay down. For blacks, you fight back. And if it's a polar bear, you're dead. It doesn't matter what you do.
Really? Why are polar bears so?
They're the most savage of all.
Seriously?
Oh, straight up. They are just
They're probably the most prettiest too.
You should go pet one.
David, that's so wrong.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here.
All right. So from predictions, we predicted a bunch of stuff. What other things should we talk about from a prediction? Do y'all want any of my predictions for this year on any other subjects? If you have any,
play dead.
If you have any, if you want me to predict anything else, throw it out there. Yeah, polar bears are just screwed.
Always be aware of your surroundings. That is a very good.
True that. Yeah. What else? This year, so some things we're trying to do this year. You need to get your concealed carry. So Jamie's going to be doing her concealed carry class. And I'm actually going to have her and my son do it officially. And then I'm going to have my daughter, who's 17, and her son, who's 18, go ahead and do it, even though it doesn't count toward their permit, because you have to be 21 in Virginia to get a permit. But I'm still going to have them do it just from a safety and understanding and learning perspective. So predictions on where to invest. If you're investing in stocks, I've always been a fan of the value investing, the Alexander Graham philosophy Warren Buffett followed.
Speaking of bears.
Mr. Jigsy.
Is that a bear?
Kind of looks like a bear.
It does. That's why
I don't know if it really is.
That's why I thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. So I'm a big value guy. So you're looking at your profit, your PD, and figuring out, companies that are undervalued. That's for long-term investing. I don't believe in day trading, but if you're going to do stock investing, look for value buys. AI is actually really good to help you do that. Funny enough, if you go on there and ask for companies that have really good financials that adhere to value investing principles, and it'll actually spit stuff out. And if you give it segments, like you can do like, give me energy stocks, et cetera, and it'll give you some good options there. Normally I would say buy gold and silver, but they've gone up so much lately. It's like, is it going to keep going up? And do I think gold and silver are going to go up at the end of 2026? Are gold and silver going to be higher or lower than they are now? I think they're going to be higher than they are now. I don't think they're going to be drastically higher, but I think they'll be higher.
I can't think of gold. All I'm thinking of is bears, and I can't believe that. Like,
so I actually knew somebody whose dad had a fight with a bear in Canada. He got his face bit off by the bear. He survived, but he got mauled by a bear.
Well, he
was hunting in Alberta, and and basically got attacked by the bear, and he had a knife on him. So the rifle jammed as the bear charged him. The rifle jammed. It was a bolt action, and the bolt caught, and he couldn't get the. I think he fired once and missed, and he went to redo it, and the bolt stuck, and he couldn't get it in, and the bear jumped on him, and then he pulled a knife. He had like a Bowie knife on his belt, and he just started just stabbing the bear in the face, just stab, turn, stab, turn, stab, turn.
He's lucky.
He's lucky. That's right. His face was all.
Because I've read way too many bear stories.
The
where
bear
people,
finally let him go.
People are trying to take them selfies with the baby cubs. See, so Joe, you came in way too late. They already talked about AI a while ago.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. AI is going to keep getting better and better. I think my prediction, just high level, I think we'll see AGI in 2 years, artificial general intelligence 2 years. I think we're going to continue to see year to year more and more impact into the job market with AI. But companies have to learn how to use it effectively before they can get rid of people. So.
Wow. So I guess gold, not silver.
Well, he was trying to barter with silver. Silver is up to $70 an ounce, I think.
Oh.
And which is crazy because I used to buy silver at like $12, $15 an ounce. And I just literally would go into the precious metal shop and or order it online and get it for, 15, at first, when I first started buying silver, it was at 12. And then I bought a lot at $20. And so it's crazy that it's gone up to what it's gone up to. So a bit wild.
Sorry, you went past the prepping time.
I know.
It's after hours now.
Yeah, we're after hours now.
My computer already died.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But those are my predictions. We talked about guns. We talked about ammo. We talked about economy. We talked about global conflict.
I know. Wait, do we have? Oh, we're out.
Did you just bottle kill it?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I was like, oh crap, sorry.
Yeah, that is the last one. Yeah, she's gone. It's out. Nope, get it off. You can't have it. But yeah, you're out.
I need one to prep with.
Nope, you're out. You're out. If the end of the world happens, then you enjoy that last 4.
I need to store it.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense comment again. Yeah, I feel I feel like people are getting dumber and dumber every year.
It's okay.
It's not you people,
I'm here
but
for you.
A lot of people. I feel like I am, so I'll say that.
I'm here for
you,
David.
Everybody, thank you for being on the live stream tonight. Hopefully, we had fun hanging out with you. Hopefully, you learned a little bit something new. I know that we did. That's one of the things I love about doing these is that a lot of you know a lot more about particular topics than I do.
We learn so much.
And we do.
Bears are fast, can swim, they climb trees, they can.
Stupid bears.
They can't play football.
True. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Watch new content coming.
Yeah.
I've taken a little break, but I'm back at it.
Happy New Year.
Content. Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.